Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna react on Sydney Watson. Rachel Ziegler is trying so hard to make a comeback. I don't know Rachel Ziegler, sadly. So maybe she is gonna tell me more about about Rachel Ziegler. So let's see if I know who it is when she tell it me. Let's see.
I am surprised by absolutely nothing these days, including this. Hi, my name is Sydney. Welcome back to hell. And once again, little reminder, I'm still running my 50% off sale on my tea. Oh, at 50% flavors, okay, that's enough of that.
I'm sorry, I have to skip the ad because I saw it so many times. I have to skip it.
Let's do the video. So our friend, our queen of Latinas, Rachel Zegler, is desperate to be relevant again. Or if we're being generous, I guess that she's just really looking to not be hated anymore. She seems like she wants to stage some sort of comeback that will turn a massive amount of public meltdown and a historic box office flop into a sort of redemption arc that's worthy of a Disney princess.
I feel they need some kindness.
Except the princess in question is one that she's spent literally years trying to publicly dismantle. And Disney has sort of been indicating and demonstrating that it's done with wokeism for the time being. So womp womp, Rachel. But
She is the from the from Snevichen, I guess. I th but she is working on this with Disney, I see.
putting that aside just for a moment, it's also the time of year right now where a bunch of news outlets and magazines and whatnot tell us who we are supposed to like and who we want to emulate. Over the last few years, plenty of outlets have highlighted trans-identified men as their women of the year. Imagine trying to explain this concept to someone 15 years ago.
What the hell is even that?
But this year, our mate Rachel Zegler's desire to be relevant has met Glamour magazine's desire to be relevant, I guess, as they named her one of their Women of the Year. Coincidentally, Glamour also followed suit this year and decided to name a bunch of trans-identified males as Women of the Year. Why is this a thing? I admittedly always find these situations
Adults? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What's is saving the adults? Did they meaning did they mean I don't know, dolls what you're playing with, or what are they meaning? I'm not really sure. Let me know, guys. Let me know, please. Let me know. I don't know. Let me know. Wait a minute. I have to take my pills first. Like always, take my pills 3 times a day. Mm, okay. I think that was every poll. I think so. Oh no, never mind. One is missing. Where is it? Wait a minute, guys. Where are the other pills? I don't know, they are gone. They are a little bit gone. I hope it's okay. I don't know. They are gone. Okay, now we can continue.
Somewhat weird because it seems like genuinely impactful people don't get selected. It always feels like a bunch of random people that Hollywood wants us to like, or someone who is really wanting to be relevant. Like Pedro Pascal. Is Rachel Zegler the female Pedro Pascal, but without all the creepy?
I would like you to show them to me, please. Oh, come on, please.
Yes, I think so, Sydney. That's a great observation. Wow, thank
I don't know, maybe not.
you. You're so smart and cool. Anyway, in late October 2025, Glamour magazine announced its Women of the Year class. On its cover page, it says it's highlighting trailblazers, rule breakers, visionaries, and champions who have defined each year.
I don't know. The man is very weird, I believe.
Okay, well, this ought to be good. The setup here is also meant to be about
Yeah, this is she. I saw her. I saw her before. Isn't that the woman what's very hated? Isn't that the people's hates about her? She was very hated. And I think I don't know if it was the if it was deserved or not. I'm not sure about it. But she was very hated.
sisterhood and celebrating women who use their platform to uplift others.
I do feel like sisterhood is enveloped by the drunk girl in the bathroom who tells you that you look really pretty and that you should break up with your boyfriend.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
Which is kind of hilarious given that Zegler's entire platform so far has been to alienate people and attack them. Very, very uplifting, Glamour. Very uplifting. Zegler's written feature itself is incredibly boring, but it does try to further astroturf her career in the ways that you expect. The author paints Zegler as some sort of go-getting voice of the ages, someone who cares deeply about the world. In the piece, Zegler says that other actors need to speak out and normalize not having boundaries on political issues. She says, "I think there's this idea that we as public figures can't have thoughts or feelings because we are like paper dolls to the majority of the public." She also says that it's water off a duck's back as far as the criticism goes with Snow White and many of the other things that she's done and said. Don't misunderstand. You can have thoughts and feelings. Just the majority of us don't care about them at all. Even the ones who largely agree with me, because I think you live in an ivory tower over there, friend. You live in your ivory tower in Tinseltown, and you probably struggle to relate to the rest of us.
Do I? I'm not sure. Do I?
I'm not terribly interested in what you have to say. Really, most of us are asking that you just don't make things worse, which is incredibly easy to do if you can just stop talking.
With a guy who literally stalks her. Yeah. Weird.
The funniest thing to me with relation to these write-ups, and this write-up in particular, is that they're trying to position Rachel Zegler as some sort of like outspoken activist type, but in reality she's best known for single-handedly tanking one of Disney's most expensive remakes, turning the Snow White press tour into a masterclass in self-sabotage, posting about freeing Palestine with the film's trailer drop, telling the world the original 1937 film was weird and dated, and days after Donald Trump's re-election, wishing that his supporters never know peace. Like I said, very uplifting, Glamour. You know, the irony is that there is actually a way to feel uplifted, and it's knowing that you're protected.
Yeah, this woman is very weird, I believe so. Sorry, I have a little bit voice crack because It just standed up 1 hour ago, and yeah, I have a little bit voice crack, but it's fine.
When you're surfing the web, which is why today's video is sponsored by Surfshark. Hi,
Oh
you
no,
might know
not
me as
again,
a
I
mascot dolphin, be a
Right.
country restriction that I don't look straight into an even for your but allow your VPC mini tour / Sydney. And don't
I don't do it on purpose, but I don't wanna watch ads. It's just me. It's just me. I'm so sorry, Sydney. It's me.
The feature also came with a series of these sisterhood videos where Zegler talks about her inspirations in acting and whatnot. She was asked what her first act of feminism was, which, okay. She was also asked the first time that she felt represented in media, which, again, okay. Here's the thing. I know that there are plenty of creators on this platform and on other platforms who basically jump at any opportunity at all to talk about Rachel Zegler because she is so vehemently disliked. But for me, whenever I see write-ups like this, I can't help but think someone's agent put a call into someone and said, we need to get our girl back in the spotlight. That, or Glamour thought that they could ride some of the controversy train and really cash in on some of those hate views. Or maybe it's both, who's to say? Because I can't help but think that out of all of the women on the planet, out of all of the talented, amazing women who could be highlighted, Rachel Zegler deserves to be highlighted the least. Now, I am sure that there are a bunch of you who are
Yeah, I believe so.
thinking, okay, Sid, this write-up actually isn't super weird given that she was in a major Disney production. She is in a current production.
She is super weird. Not gonna lie, guys. She is super weird. And I know it sounds like that I just agree, but it is the truth. I was believing in the beginning I don't know her, but I do know her. And I think what I saw is that she is very weird. She's just weird.
Production that is in London. She's on Broadway. Is it Broadway? Maybe it's Broadway. She's doing all these things in the acting world. Like, yeah, of course they're gonna highlight her because she's doing stuff. And ordinarily I would agree with you. I'd say, yeah, this is probably a nothing burger, but I find it interesting that this highlighty piece came about 10 days after a series of articles came out about Rachel Zegler, but in the weirdest way possible. Around mid-ish October, several outlets reported that Rachel Zegler had been cast to play Gloria Estefan in an upcoming biopic. If you don't know who that is, neither did I. Apparently she's a very popular musician and actress known in the
I don't know her. I don't know her.
80s as the queen of Latin pop, as in the music, not Latin pop, like some ancient Roman soft drink. That joke was probably only funny to me, and maybe like 4 of you guys. And if you're one of those 4, I think you're really cool. Because who wouldn't like a Roman soda? Glad I
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't like it? Who?
got that out of my system. But look, this is great news. Rachel Zegler is gonna be in a new film. It's amazing. She's gonna be playing this woman, the soda pop woman. She's gonna be playing the queen of Latin pop. Amazing. Except, and here's the problem with this, and this was pointed out by the outlet The Park Place, this movie doesn't exist yet, if at all. It's not even in production. I don't even think it's written. And claims about this movie
Okay, wow. Okay, is what?
hinge solely on an interview Estefan gave to the Sun newspaper recently, where she describes how they're working out all the film's details and are waiting for a green light. But once they have that, the role is going to Zegler. But I think the Park Place really hit the nail on the head with their analysis of the situation. As writer Marvin Montanaro says, if this sounds like an attempt to attach a once bankable name to a film that's still in fantasy land, that's because it probably is. Zegler's career has been in free fall ever since Snow White turned into Disney's most avoidable train wreck of the decade, and Estefan's comments might be the first time anyone in Hollywood has even pretended to want to work with her since. It is a little depressing when you think about it that this person's kind of been relegated to the back of the bus, so to speak, so much so that even the slightest mention of her working in Hollywood again gets people really excited. But for a movie that's not written and does not yet exist.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I don't know about it. I don't know about it.
If that movie is gonna exist at all, then the if here is doing a lot of heavy lifting.
I mean, when it's not written and not plans to do it, then the movie will not coming.
Another article they wrote about the
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong and the movie is coming, but I don't think so.
situation, the outlet pointed out that in entertainment journalism, there is a recognized phenomenon of casting before funding, which is a practice intended to build hype or signal intention around a particular project. Without getting into the specifics or reading this verbatim, it basically generates publicity around the actors or actresses set to be involved. In this case, Rachel Zegler. I wonder why. And that's kind of what all of this feels like to me a little bit, an attempt to find relevance again. I've actually seen a bunch of this lately, and I saw a bunch more of it when I was making this video and researching for this video, that there are so many little graphics and whatnot that have been made that say, oh, Rachel Zegler is gonna work with Disney again, Rachel Zegler is gonna do this and that and blah, 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 but absolutely none of it has come to fruition. I'm sorry if
I see.
you can hear the noise in the background. Someone has decided to mow his lawn. Why couldn't
I hear nothing in the background.
you wait until later, Jerry? Why are you doing this now? I thought
Oh no, never mind. I hear a little bit. A little bit was I hearing.
that this was the case too back in March 2025 when Vanity Fair ran a piece insisting Rachel Zegler's box office failure kind of made her an icon, despite the fact that she's, you know, widely disliked. And I think that's sort of the crux of this. Relevancy isn't just about being seen, it's also about being wanted. And right now, Zegler is the furthest thing from wanted. She's here telling us how unbothered she is while hoping someone, anyone, will hand her a microphone. And I think the reality is that she absolutely had the ability to win people and Hollywood over. Zegler snapped up her role in West Side Story in 2021, then the Hunger Games film in 2023. What is it? A Ballad of Songbirds and fish snakes, I don't know. And then Snow White also in 2021-ish, although obviously this came out in 2025. And based on this trajectory, she should have gotten more roles.
I still don't understand why she is playing Snow White. Why is she playing Snow White? I don't wanna be sound weird, but Disney makes Snow White different. It's not the iconic thing anymore. They make it different.
And continued on in Hollywood, but it was like she became radioactive in the film industry. And after Snow White was buried 6 feet under with a headstone that reads, "Here lies $270 million," and a press tour that never should have gone ahead, that radioactivity got even worse. If that's possible. She sort of Chernobyled herself, except rather than a bunch of mangled humans, it's just her career. If I'm being real, I actually think a lot of this does go beyond all the drama surrounding Snow White, some of which absolutely was her fault, but some of it wasn't. But most of it was. But I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that this girl boss celebrity era is coming to an end, which doesn't bode very well for someone like Zegler, who has continually tried to position herself as some kind of Gen Z Che Guevara. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm not very good at Spanish. And I guess in some ways it's also the fault of everybody around her, given that they're probably encouraging her to be this way and to exhibit this kind of behavior. And she probably genuinely does believe in what she is saying. I really do feel quite bad for all of these little Gen Zers. So full of optimism for change. Until life kicks them in the face. Life does not, in fact, give you lemons. It gives you complex post-traumatic stress disorder. Maybe it's just me, but I do think that most other people have moved on from wanting to be lectured by celebrities, if they ever did in the first place, and it seems that Hollywood is following social trends it sees on the horizon. And one of the biggest trends is fatigue with the politicization of absolutely everything. I feel like I mispronounced politicization. Politicization. That sounds weird. Viewers are routinely demonstrating that they want less politics and less leftism.
Well, less politics is good, I believe, because it's has nothing to do with movie or something, but yeah, I believe so.
And maybe Zegler and her team don't get that yet, and that's why they're trying to stage a comeback using these exact tactics. Except it's not really a comeback if no one's actually asking you to come back. It's just showing up.
Yeah, it's not a comeback. It's just showing up. That's a wise word for that.
Uninvited. Please get out of my house. And this might actually be the weirdest part. After Snow White fell in a heap and everything was not so great and quite hostile and whatnot, Rachel Zegler, instead of being quiet, decided to double down. She didn't reflect, she didn't take a break, she just got loud during a period of time when people want to be preached to a whole lot less, so do with that what you will. The bottom line here is that I think over the next year or so maybe, Rachel Zegler is going to make more and more attempts to get back into the spotlight and get back into Hollywood's good graces, and I think we're going to see that fail over and over again.
Yeah, I think it will be a fail again. She will not love Abel. I don't know.
Hollywood seems finally to be moving away from the kind of actress that she wants to be, and I'm not so sure that she's going to be able to improve and adapt. And instead, in the end, I think that she will basically ensure that she fades into relative obscurity. Now, on that note, and before I open the floor to all of you, this is just
By the way, I just saw this. I love this in the TV. I love it. But anyways.
Just a reminder, check out Surfshark using the link in the description. I've actually used Surfshark for years. They have been a friend of the channel for years. So if you are looking for a VPN that does some cool stuff,
Surfshark is a VPN, okay.
Surfshark is the VPN for you. Now I open the floor to all of you. What do you all think? Are you on my side of this issue where you think that these
I'm absolutely on your side. Absolutely.
political actors and actresses are going to basically fade into obscurity in the coming years as people move away from wanting to be lectured by these kinds of people? Do you think that this will never change and they'll always be popular and people will always want to hear from these kinds of folks? What do you think of Hollywood basically Xing out Rachel Zegler? Do you think that that was a good thing? Is it a bad thing? What do you think of this bizarre glamour write-up that kind of came out of nowhere? Do you think that it's trying to make her seem like some sort of activist type?
I don't know. I think they should not do a comeback with Rachel. I'm honest. I'm very honest.
Do you think that the sisterhood angle is completely bizarre? And what do you generally make of this issue overall? As always, if you have made it this far in the video, congratulations. I always like having you along.
Thank you.
For the full ride. If you are new here and you are not subscribed already and you would like to see more of me and more of this kind of content, feel free to subscribe to the channel as well as leaving this video a like and a comment because I do read the majority of them and I like hearing your feedback. Of course, as I always say, I hope you little chickadee people stay safe and well and make good choices, and I will see your wonderful little chickadee faces in the next video.
Thank you. Yeah, like she said, I don't like that she is doing a comeback. I'm honest, I don't like that Zegler is doing a comeback. But Disney has to think about it, and when Disney do a comeback with her, then they will say that's fine. That it will fail. But otherwise, let me know what you're saying. I also read the comments every time. And I love to read the comments. I'm very honest. I love to interact with people, and yeah. But otherwise, share the video. Let a thumb up there if you liked it. Subscribe, activate the bell to see what happens, which video will come up and stuff like that. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. And we will see us in the next video, guys. Bye bye. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good day. Bye bye.